Hi, my name is Roosevelt Dixon, and I am here to talk with you about my HSCO 511 Group Dynamics Group Proposal Meeting. So, on October 1st at 2 o'clock p.m., I had my first group leading session within this class. And let me tell you, it was an experience. I thoroughly enjoyed it. In fact, I'd like to tell you about my group. My church, local church, we get together and we actually have group meetings every third Sunday concerning parenting and concerning Christian um, standards of living. So, in that, parents get together, we talk about education, we talk about uh, home life, we talk about spiritual uh, uh, beliefs, but mostly parenting. My wife and I, we have two preteen children, ages 12 and 11. And there are some children within our church that, they're teenagers. And yes, there are some problems that are brought up in this meeting. So, as the group leader, uh, one of the things that I needed to do, I wanted to go ahead on and introduce the date and time, October 1st at 2 p.m. And the location was at our local church. Um, there were approximately 9 participants, and my relation to them were just fellow members of the church. Um, the purpose of the group, again, is to just reiterate Christian values, Christian parenting. And it gave us an excellent opportunity. It gives us an excellent opportunity to converse and to speak about different aspects of parenting that might not otherwise be available. Um, I noticed when I brought the meeting into order, um, we really didn't have a turnout as well as we had planned originally. Normally, there's about 20-25 members to this group, and this Sunday, this particular time, it was actually 9 members. So uh, I probably chalked it up to inclement weather. So um, one of the things I want to talk about is that within our meeting, it just seems as if people were just a little lethargic. Uh, they really didn't have a handle on problems that were within their household. No one really wanted to discuss, let's say, self-disclosure about present conditions in their home or relationships with their children regarding parenting, that is. So I felt like I actually had to draw some information out of our members as group leaders. And this was a little it was a little sketchy, to try to draw that information out. But as the meeting went on, things picked up progressively better. With only 9 members, I felt the need to actually break the group into dyads. That means groups of 2. And the dyads particularly shared information among each other about household chores and schoolwork assignments for their children. Okay. So I thought that was good. It gave everybody a chance to kind of get to know each other a little better. I mean, the members are well versed, but every now and then we will have a visitor, a new member in our group that is not familiar with our process. So um, I thought that was good. The dyads did serve a fundamental, foundational support for um, just getting to know people, letting people just be able to be friendly and kind of get to know each other. And then I went around and actually introduced rounding with the group, and everybody was receptive to the aspect of respect, and we were very unified concerning safety of our children. Um, it's just paramount that we provide a safe interaction, a safe fellowship, have our children participate in safe activities. And one of the topics that came up from one of our members was the fact that there seems to be a growing rate that is of children that are abducted and 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 probably taking away from us. Not within our area, but we're talking about the southeast. There's an alarming rate of kidnappings. Um, and probably between the ages of children of 9 to about around 16 years of age. So that was something that we really talked about and discussed. Looking back, I felt that my performance at the meeting, considering our poor turnout, was positive. It was prolific. I enjoyed the conversation we had concerning safety. I thought that it was refreshing. I thought that the conversation reflected Christian standards. Doing unto others as others have done, and if you would like to be done. Excuse me. Doing unto others as you would like to be treated, and treating your fellow person, your fellow being as with respect and courtesy. I think that is pretty much the hallmarks of what we discussed. Um, as a conclusion and application, I'd say that this was a little out of the water, a little bit, so to speak, because we had some, the age range among members were vastly different. Um, you're talking about young couples. You're talking about a mix of older empty nesters who don't necessarily have their children at home, but the children are out at college and things of that nature. So different aspects, of this entire parenting situation. Parenting, it can be tough, and there was a couple that actually reflected on that fact. They have young children. I'd say for the ages of 2 to 4 years of age, and it's a tough age for a lot of people. Kids are they haven't really learned to grasp the concept of respect. And it's a little different because children will be children at the end of the day. So it's always refreshing to be able to talk about that subject and be able to discuss what our needs are in Christian parenting. I think the breaking folks away in diets was great, and I think rounding served a great purpose as well, being able to give everyone an opportunity to speak and be heard. But again, our poor showing was just it was a little disappointing. But at the end of the day, it was God's will. So I learned basically how to remain composed and to ad lib. Even though I anticipated a larger crowd, I think just 9 members showing up was just something that that doesn't normally happen. But in this case, it did, and you just sometimes have to work around it. I enjoyed being a group leader, and I tell you, look forward to doing it again. So I hope this video has blessed you, and I look forward to presenting again. So thank you, and may God bless you.